Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part one of my seventh official Q&A on my channel. Thank you all so much for your marvelous and lovely questions. And even if I don't get to answer your question in part one, don't worry, because I will answer it in part two. I promise. But yes, but so here I have the first lot of questions, which I have written down and have thought long and hard about my answers. So I hope I can give your awesome questions the answers that they deserve here. The first question here is from Action Gal asks, she is a sweetheart, guys. What age was I diagnosed with autism, and what led to my diagnosis? Sorry if this was too personal. Oh, not at all. Not. No, I'm always opening up about my autism. That's absolutely fine to ask. Yeah, I was diagnosed at age 4 in 1999. I think when my mum noticed that I was displaying signs of a bizarre behaviour and seemed a little different from your average toddler. And I remember, a autism handbook as that my mum got as a kid. So I think that's what led to it. And simply Pam asks, "Oh, Pam is such a lovely woman, guys, and she is an extraordinary artist too. So check her out. So, how old are you? Oh, I'm 25, soon to be 26 this October. How did you get started on YouTube? I first started YouTube in 2015 with The Hobbit claymation, and then gradually expanded my channel to a movie review channel as I was inspired by Jeremy Jormson, Chris Stutman, and Grace Randolph. And David 2000 asks, Luca or thank you, David. You're awesome. Luca or Onward? Onward, no contest. Luca was decent, but it is a lower tier Pixar movie for me. I mean, it's Pixar's most gorgeous looking movie, and it did uh, make me want to, eat pasta in Italy again, just like I did on my holidays. But I just, uh, I just thought the characters were weaker. The plot uh, was played it too safe, and the stakes were too low, and the villain is one of Pixar's worst. And Matthew Lucas asks, thank you, Matthew. What was the first Studio Ghibli film you saw? Oh, how was Moving Castle? That was one of the most impressive animated movies from 2005. I mean, Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit is still my favourite animated movie that year, but Howl's Moving Castle well deserved a Best Animated Feature nominee. Sean S asks, "What do you think of my reviews? They are awesome and incredibly detailed, buddy. Keep them up." And Malada Ducks asks, "Thoughts on the Thomas reboots?" Oh, yeah, not a fan. You can't beat the original Thomas the Tank Engine, am I right? And Hugo Harvey asks, "What's your favourite CBB show?" Oh, probably the Tweenies, because that had some memorable songs as well as some, valid coming of age life lessons for kids. And I mean, now CBeebies has gone to shit, but back in me and my sister's childhood, that's when it was in its prime. And opinion on me, you rock. And And worst CBB show, oh, Zingzilla's. I'm sorry, was just garbage to me. That did not teach kids anything good. And in Owen Balamori was one of the worst too. That Balamori is beyond annoying. And Lambo Rot Strikes Back asks, "What's your favourite review on my channel?" Oh, favourite review on your channel? Probably your review for Incredibles 2, because you were so enthusiastic about that movie, and I'm with you. That sequel is incredibly underrated and was well worth the near 15-year wait. And favourite rants on my channel, your Peter Rabbit rants, because I'm totally with you. Peter Rabbit is the biggest insult to Beatrix Potter's writing. I don't know why that shitty Sony Peter Rabbit live action franchise actually got a sequel. And opinion on Bob's Burgers, yeah, don't care for it. It's the weakest Family Guy ripoff I've ever seen. And favorite Mario game, or Super Mario Brothers, the original Nintendo game, and which review and rants would you love to see on my channel? Oh, well, I'd love to see your No Time to Die review, of course, because you've been hyping that review up as of all of us, and I would love to see you do a rant on the worst Bond movie, Die Another Day. And yay, Boyo Catsman asks, top 5 most anticipated movies for the rest of 2021. Oh, marvelous question. No Time to Die, obviously. And Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And Dune. Hopefully that will be Denis Villeneuve's best movie since Blade Runner 2049. And what others are coming out in autumn and winter this year? Oh, Last Night in Soho, Edgar Wright's new movie with the gorgeous Anya Taylor-Joy, and Spider-Man: No Way Home, of course. After that trailer, I'm more hyped for that one than ever. And Network 98 asks me a few questions. What if they made a movie with zero budget? Well, it depends. If you mean you can just make a homemade movie on a budget of nothing, and it can still be great if you put heart and soul and good acting into it. But if it's a a big blockbuster with zero budget, then it would just look cheap and lazy and would suck without any passion put into it. And Steve, what if Steve Harvey was in a MCU movie? That would be superb. I would love to see him play Iron Fist in the MCU at some point. And top 5 least favorite movies. Oh, easy. Right off the top of my head, Lion King remake, the Dumbo remake, and the 50 Shades trilogy. And uh, favorite fast food chain, McDonald's. I mean, Burger King and KFC come close, but McDonald's was the first fast food I've ever had, and my taste for it still hasn't gone away. And opinion on Donald Trump. He is the shittiest president the US has ever had. Thank God he's out of the White House now. And opinion on Joe Biden. He's an actual good president. He's way better than Donald Trump. But he has actually helped the US go during the pandemic go back to normal life a bit more. Yeah, him and Kalama Harris are doing a solid job. And uh, Kevin asks, is Lorelai Gilmore your favourite TV mother? 100 freaking percent. Yes, she is the most caring and supportive and badass mother I have ever seen. Especially in the season one episode of Gilmore Girls where Rory gets hit by a deer and is late for her test, and Lorelai full on defends her daughter, and good on her, I say. Headmaster Charlton was an arsehole for not letting Rory take it just because she was late, and Lorelai is so similar to my mum in how I did everything with my mum in the past, and how I took after my mum and main reasons you hate the Diary of a Wimpy Kid franchise. It's just unfunny, and I just don't find the protagonist relatable in the slightest. Yeah, I've seen way better and more creative teen comedies than that, and plus the title Wimpy Kid is really is really offensive. I mean, you really think if your kid is different, then others are going to call that kid wimpy. Of course, not the world's not that cruel, and and do you prefer Beetlejuice or Edward Scissorhand? Edward Scissorhand, without a doubt, because I've seen Edward Scissorhand more, and Edward Scissorhand has more heart to it. That's one of Tim Burton's best, well, easily. And how many stars would you rate Love Actually? I'd say a low 3 stars. I mean, it's still a charming movie, and some of the subplots do warm my soul, like especially the storyline with Colin Firth falling in love with that European lady. But yeah, it is overlong. There are too many storylines. How would you rank the Finding Nemo characters? Oh, to quote the Doctor from Journey's End, blimey, that's gonna take a while, because Finding Nemo is loaded with characters. But my number one character would be Dory. Just keep swimming, and of course, because Ellen DeGeneres is a genius at voice acting, and then uh, probably Peach the starfish. She would be my favourite member of the tank gang, as she's the most useful. I mean, without her, they would not be able to work out what's going on, and probably Deb. I mean, she's hilarious. How she thinks her reflection is her imaginary sister Flo, and then Gil, the leader of the tank gang, and then and then the puffer then the pufferfish bloats, and then the and and then the shrimp Jacques, who cleans everything, and then the fish who wants to be clean 24/7 and is like, don't you people realize we're swimming in our own? He was gonna say shit, but of course so they couldn't say that word in a U-rated Pixar family movie. And uh, then at the bottom of the tank gang would be Bubbles, because I mean, he's fun, but he does the least of the tank gang, and uh, and then Nemo himself, because he's just adorable, and learns how to live independently despite his father's concern, and then and then Marlin, because Marlin is the character that's to change the most in the movie. He realizes that he can't hold his son's fin forever. You know, his son's got to get out there and grow up in the real world. I mean, bad things happen, but you've got to live life, and then Mr. Ray, because he's a lot of fun, and and then actually Coral. I think she's the most underrated Finding Nemo character. Uh, really hope that's not the last we see of her in the first movie's opening scene, and she's the one that gives Nemo his name in the first place, and then Nemo's friends, the octopus and Sheldon the seahorse and the other yellowfish and then the sharks like Bruce and Anchor and Chum. Yeah, they would be higher on the list if they were in the movie a bit more. And then Nigel, the pelican. I mean, yeah, it sucks that Nigel's storyline didn't get properly resolved. He should have got to have seen, Nemo escape alive, like the other characters, and then Darla, I actually don't think is the villain of the movie. Like everybody says she is. I mean, she's just a little girl. She's only 8. She still has a lot to learn about handling fish. For me, the worst Finding Nemo character would be the Barracuda. I fucking hate the Barracuda. I mean, if it wasn't for the Barracuda, Nemo, would have still had a mum and his siblings in his life. So I hope that Dan Barracuda gets his comeuppance if they ever make a Finding Nemo 3. And then uh, 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 at Len Carl's vlogs asks best film you've ever seen, Lion King and How to Train Your Dragon 3: The Hidden World would be tied as the 2 best movies I've ever seen in my life. And Atlantis Seal Media Productions asks, did I see Free Guy? Not yet, sir, but it's a Sean Levy film, and he's an underrated filmmaker, so it looks enjoyable. And do you like my videos? Yep, love your videos. And do you did you watch the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer? Yep, and it was amazing. Best trailer of 2021. I will review the trailer. And do you like Lola Bunny? Well, you already know the answer to that. Of course I do. She's my Looney Tunes crush. And movie Ninja asks, first movie you remember watching, The Lion King on VHS. And I mean, I that movie was the air I breathed when I was a little kid, literally. And Kevin asks, do you remember the Wild Thornberrys episodes where a ghostly girl calls Eliza's name? I'm not sure which episode you're referring to. Is it the one where Eliza and Nigel go to film the Philippine anglerfish in the bog, and Eliza has to go through the bog where these lemurs pretend to intimidate Eliza with a spooky voice in order to save Nigel's life? Is it that one? I hope I answered that correctly. Uh, and Reese Guzman asks, favorite anime show, Dragon Ball Z. It's just epic, and I'd rate it over 9,000 out of 10. I mean, why did it have to get such a crappy movie? And uh, Master Singer Bro asks, opinion on A24. I'm not sure what A24 is, so I can't answer that, I'm afraid. Which show do you prefer, Disenchantment or Days in Our Lives? Oh, Disenchantment, because I've actually seen Disenchantment and it's become my favourite Matt Groening show. I still need to review the first 3 seasons before season 4 on Netflix, and most overrated movie. Probably The Silence of the Lambs. Sorry, I do not see why that movie had to win Best Picture over Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast night was the true Best Picture winner of 1991. The Academy need to give animation more of a chance. Do you plan watching Green Knight? I do. Uh, uh, Rant rank every HBC show. I am not sure what shows HBC have, so I'm afraid I can't do that ranking for now, but I will when I have seen their shows. Uh, James Bryant asks favourite star. Hi, James. Yeah, James is so cool, by the way. favorite Star Wars video game. Oh, Force Unleashed. Force Unleashed was the shits when I had PS2, but the sequel did not live up to the original game. Have you played Smash Bros. Ultimate? I think I have. I played Super Smash Bros. Balls, but I'm not sure I played the Ultimate Edition. Octofan 207 asks, hey buddy, how are you doing? Have you seen Sisterhood of Travelling Pants? I don't think so, no. Kevin asks, Kevin is a great guy too. Favourite additional song from The Little Mermaid Broadway? Probably If Only. That I wouldn't have minded if that song was in the original Little Mermaid movie. And no, before you ask, I hope it's not in the shitty live action Little Mermaid remake. They would only fuck us up if it was. And uh, uh, the Norma asks, "Oh, she is such a beautiful soul. Trust me, guys." And she asks, "Have you ever thought of being an actor?" I haven't ever considered being an actor particularly. I've always thought of being a director and storyboard artist, but acting is not my greatest talent. I mean, but my sister is aspiring to be an actress on stage herself, and maybe yeah, she is the most talented at acting in our family, and Happy Farms asks, "Oh, uh, guys, you need to check out Danny's channel. Yeah, she is one of the warmest souls that I know. She really is, and she does the best gardening videos on YouTube. Period. Favorite Stranger Things character, probably Millie Bobby Brown's character. Yeah, she has the most interesting backstory, and she kicks ass too. And the red-headed girl is one of my Stranger Things crushes, and the main kid's sister. Yeah, she has really gone on a journey too. Yeah, those top three would be my favorite, but particularly Millie Bobby Brown's character. I have high hopes for Stranger Things season 4 after watching the first 3 seasons on Netflix this year. Now, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a super fan like most, but I still enjoy the show. Um, and Goonies is my favourite movie. Do you like that film? Oh yes, Goonies is a absolute masterpiece. And Danny, if you ever wanted me to review it, it would be my pleasure to review it for you. Maybe I could review it for your birthday or something. And favorite food, or my favorite food would be pizza. And and iQuadrity5, oh, he's my best bud, asks me one awesome question. Name 5 reasons why 2021 is better than 2020. Well, easy one, because uh, I feel like I finally got my life back this year, and I mean, and my dream of a new home has finally come true. I feel like and there's been less heartbreak this year, and more positive changes with my new home and me being able to see my sister again. I now have my PS4 back, and a lot of my stuff back, and I can do everything in 2021 that I was unable to in 2020, and 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 in 2021 there is a possibility that I'll be able to go back to the cinema again, whereas for most of 2020 I could not go to the cinema whatsoever. and 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 in 2021 me and my family have been fully vaccinated, so we're less likely to catch COVID now, and more likely to recover from it. And even though 2021 hasn't been perfect, I mean, saddest thing that happened this year, guys, which I haven't told you about until now, but sadly in April this year, my granny passed away at aged 88. But she was not well or happy at all when she went. She was really ready to go, but at least she lived a good long life and lived to a great age. I mean, my mum's loss was more tragic because she had years ahead of her. 50. I mean, my mum was just 53, so she went way too soon. Uh, so yeah, I didn't. The only reason I didn't uh, make a tribute video to her at the time was well because when I did the tribute video to my mum last year, yeah, some of my family wanted me to take the video down because they thought it was too personal to share on social media, which I understand. But 2021, for several reasons, has been a happier year than 2020, and my mental health has improved 100% since getting my new home. And one last question before I close off this part. Jamie Lynn asks, "Our Jamie Lynn is a lovely guys," and she asks, what game would I like to see a sequel to? I'd love to see a sequel to Detroit. I know that would contradict the ending of the first game if the player got all the characters killed, but I think a sequel could work to see how society has adjusted to a world where androids finally do have equality to humans, and you could still have some conflict in there, and to see how the characters have progressed and become and have become stronger and more grown up than since becoming deviant from the first game. Which theme park would I like to visit anywhere in the world? I would love to uh, visit Nintendo Land in Japan. That will be extraordinary, and every Nintendo fan's dream come true. So that's it for part one of this Q&A. Thank you guys all so much for your wonderful questions, and I will answer the rest in part two. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.